What a promo. And today, as you saw there, it marks the premiere of the Real City Makoti on Mzansi Wethu. It's a 13-part reality series following the lives of 5 women who are changing what it means to be a modern wife, exploring identity, personal growth, and modern relationships. They are balancing city life with respect for their cultural roots. They're navigating everything from lobola negotiations to corporate careers. And I've got 3 of them with me. We're going to take a behind-the-scenes look at what it is like to put a show like this together. Anika Dambuza, Linda Mbunyuza, and Kenilwe Mpolokeng Mbobosi. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Thank
it's
you.
so fun. We get to play. And we were just chatting just now, and none of you have ever been on TV before.
Yep.
Is it daunting having Kenilwe, those cameras in your face all the time?
It is. Now it's like a reality striking. It's happening tonight, and there's no turning back. But it's really exciting.
There's no turning back. Those cameras are on, Linda, and they're going to keep running. You were asking me, what's the cure for nervousness?
I know.
Were you ever nervous at any point, like sort of laying your life bare before the cameras like this?
I was terrified. I was terrified for being scrutinized. As much as I am for TV, I took this opportunity simply because it's always been my calling. But I won't lie, I thought about how nerve-wracking, if your life is on spotlight.
Yeah.
I was terrified of that. I don't want to be criticized. I don't want people to... I want to live normal and be ugly in my couch and go to the shops like a normal person.
And Anika, for you, again, first time, and of course, we've had some exams, right, watching the global shows and things like that, but it's different when it comes to your life, and the cameras are in your life.
Yeah, luckily I do share a lot of my life online, so I'm already opening myself up to opinions and criticism, but I'm not there to please everyone. Ooh. I just want to share my life
authentically. Are you the baddie in the program?
No.
I don't know.
I think I'm sweet and innocent.
So, I see a raised eyebrow. Is she? Okay, but on a serious note, now I wish we had more time to talk about this, but we don't. But I wanted to start, and maybe Kenilwe, you can kick us off with this one. We think of Makoti in the traditional sense. We have some ideas of what that looks like. In our families, we would have seen how Makotis are supposed to behave and the traditional understanding of their role. Is it the same as 2026? So just share with us what that traditional idea is versus yourself in 2026.
In 2026, the idea is to evolve while still maintaining the cultural aspects of being a traditional Makoti, but you still need to evolve and be yourself and get with the times and try to improve what culture used to be like before, because we know that a lot of women were suppressed before. Now today we have a voice. We know that women were not allowed to work before. Now today we are allowed to be in the working space. So it's just in finding the balance between the two worlds, however it might look like for you, because people are not the same. We don't live the same lives, but you still need to find that balance and find what works for you in your marriage and what works for you and your journey as a Makoti.
I love the idea of the clash of generations. I know we've got Northwest, we've got the Eastern Cape, and we've got the Western Cape in the house, and it might be different from province to province. But you've got the mother-in-law, Linda,
I have the
who's got
mother-in-law.
her own ideas of what traditional Makoti might be. Talk to us about the mother-in-law and the new wife and how you engage that and whether we'll see some of that coming through on the series.
I personally feel like when you are a Makoti, you are there to learn. You leave your home to build another home and be one with another home. So I feel like in our tradition, when you get married, when you're new, you have to stay with your in-laws for a couple of weeks. And that's kind of like they breaking you, not in a bad way, but to break you from...
Breaking you in.
Yeah, breaking you in, so that you can now be one, like you have to be taught the new rules of the family. So I feel like even though it's tough, it's part of, the only way you can be part of, to be taught how to be part of the family. Yeah. So for me, it's been a pleasure because I was willing to learn and break myself. But it was absolutely tough because I had to move from, the city, and I'm a city girl through and through.
Yeah.
And I had to be part of the rural area situation.
Rural area situation. Listen, do you all love your mother-in-laws?
Yes. Kakulu.
I think that we need the camera on all three ladies again. Do we all love and adore our mother-in-laws?
Yes, but mine is not alive, unfortunately. So I have aunties-in-law.
They take on that role secondarily. What's so interesting about the mix of you guys is you're in a polygamous marriage, but you also have an ancestral calling background as a Sangoma. Also somebody who likes luxury, but navigating, as you say, city and rural life.
Yeah.
And Annika, yours as well is what we would understand to be setting you up for a collision of cultures. I mean, you're marrying a Xhosa, you married a Xhosa man. You're a Cape Town girl. Talk to us about that dynamic.
Yeah.
And being a Makoti in that context.
Yes, so being Afrikaans, first of all, I was scared to even like go public with my relationship. I was scared what my parents would think, like we are very Afrikaans from Cape Town. And luckily,
This is at the beginning. How long are you married?
2 or 3 years, we've been together since 2018.
Okay.
And after a few months, I did tell my parents, I introduced my husband to the family, and they were so welcoming, and I'm so happy about that. But it's been an easy journey for me coming to Joburg and also going to the Eastern Cape, being a Makoti there. I think we're all here because we are modern city Makotis, and my in-laws are also very traditional but modern at the same time. The journey has been quite comfortable for me.
What's been the most stark thing that you've had to transition into and learn? I mean, you're married to Sihle again. When I think of Xhosa culture, I think of it as analogous to Zulu culture, very, very strong, very rooted, and the men typically, I don't want to say hyper-masculine and typecast them in a different way, but you know what I mean?
Yes.
Man is man in the conventional sense.
Yeah, I think for myself and Sihle at our house, since we are two cultures and two worlds coming together, we figure out a way throughout the years how to respect each other's roles, given the culture, but still how to respect each other as individuals, because I'm very strong and outspoken, but I try
Can you
to...
cook?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to throw some shade, but Annika knows what she's doing. I found your story quite fascinating as well, Kenilwe, because you are wife number one in a polygamous marriage in 2026. And you know, again, the caricatures and the stereotypes that people attach to polygamous marriages. How did you accept number two? And are we going to see those tensions? And not just number two, tell us a bit more about the broader schema, but also the other kids and the kids from previous marriages and things like that. There's a lot for you to manage.
Yes. Actually, the twist is that I was actually number 3.
Well, you're number 3. Listen, this
I was number 3.
This EPK needs to be updated. It said you are number 1, a Sangoma
Yes.
and first wife in a
I
polygamous
am
household.
number 1,
Yeah.
but initially when I came into the marriage, I was number 3.
Oh, you... Oh,
But
whoa, whoa,
that
whoa,
is
whoa,
an
whoa.
interesting story.
What happened
that
to 1 and 2?
you'll see on the show.
Hey! This girl is standing on business.
That's a surprise worth waiting for. So I was number 3, but I'm currently number 1. And it has been challenging, yes, because now you're moving from being the last wife to the first wife. You have to now rise above and now learn that you now have to be responsible for the other wives. And now you need to be heading the wives and heading the family
How many are
alongside
there?
your husband. The wives, it's 3 of us.
3 of you now.
3 wives, 5 kids, so I have 5 stepchildren. And also uniting the family as a whole. It wasn't really difficult for me because we have a really good relationship with the stepmoms and the kids do visit. And they're actually very nice kids. At least their mothers and my husband, they've raised them in a very good way and they're so well disciplined, very opinionated, yes, but at least kids will be kids. They want to understand what is happening. At least we are open with them and we do explain to them that this is the situation, this is what is going on, and this is how the family is moving. We are literally the Mzansi Kardashians.
That's so interesting. Listen, I was in a polygamous marriage once. That did not end well. Maybe it'll be the subject of my own little, Makoti tales at some point in the future. But I want to know about, typically in series, first of all, I'm excited to see it because everything that you're telling me is just a taster for me to want to go and switch that channel on. But when we see other series, similarly, especially the global franchises, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of ugliness. And some people watch it because they enjoy the spice and the boiling hot tea. So what's happening with you guys? Everyone harmonious, or are there going to be those tension points, and what are they about?
So for like part of part of me agreeing to be part of the show was that I was promised that it will not be toxic, because I personally feel like not all the shows should be toxic or pin women as if we are these toxic people who can't work together. And fortunately, in our show, I mean, women have drama, it's normal, because I think most of us have got big personalities. So we have clash and misunderstandings, and what's important is that we go back and resolve our issues. So it's not really toxic, because we intentionally didn't want that to happen, and we intentionally made sure that we communicate, so we understand the space we are in, so that it doesn't escalate to a bigger and more toxic situation.
In other words, the interest is on the substantive things. Like, you can still be interested in a show. It can be gripping and compelling without it relying on women constantly attacking and bringing each other down. So I'm really interested in that point. Hey, the reality is you guys are career women. You're successful. How does that also connect to who a Makoti is in 2026, Annika? How do you manage all of that successfully as a wife?
I think just to even give like a pre-answer, the reason why we all wanted to do this as well is we want to show that it's possible to be a Makoti, a traditional wife, and still be successful and a businesswoman and have our own identity. I think also with people moving away from their hometowns as the years progress, we can go home, be a Makoti, but we can come back to our house and work and do our thing, and that's kind of where we find a balance, being the Real City Makotis.
So the Real City Makotis, if somebody's watching, what do you want them to get out of it in the main? How do you want them to connect with the show and to talk about the show, Kenilwe?
I would want them to learn that we live different lives. And as much as we live different lives, we go through different experiences. And with me, personally, I want people to understand their life of a Sangoma being in a polygamous marriage, because people are just used to the normal, I'd say the normal polygamous marriages. But in this case,
what's the normal polygamous marriage? And
whereby
how would it be different?
the husband just says, I'm a polygamous man, I want to take so and so many wives, can you please allow me? In my case, it was different because it was an ancestral requirement that I had no choice but to adhere to. So it was not me saying, it was not my husband saying, I want you to join this polygamous unit because I just want to be with you. It was a requirement that we both had, and we didn't have a choice, because it was also in a monogamous marriage before. So I want to show people what really happens in that setting, what are the challenges in that setting, and to also show people that as much as there's challenges in polygamous unions, and us being traditional healers, we are not immune to those challenges also. Just because you are a Sangoma doesn't mean you are going to be immune from having challenges, because I also explore my journey of becoming a mother, and I'm having fertility issues. And now I want to show them that as much as you are a traditional healer, you can still have issues that require you to go the Western route about things. So you have to find that balance, and I'm trying to show people that it's okay to be both Western and traditional at the same point, at the same time.
I'm not sure if you answered. So what happened to wife number 1 and 2?
There was an original on the wife number 1, but more details will be on the show.
Okay. So listen, again, when we're speaking about the idea of who a wife is in this modern era, that's got one level of complexity in terms of managing roles in a country which we accept as quite patriarchal still. But then you're also managing it in, again, in that cross-cultural sort of setting. So talk to us about familiarizing yourself with isiXhosa culture, language, and food. I know you all said that you can cook. So what's the thing, what's your star dish? Or have you hired a chef, or does somebody else take care of the cooking? Does Tishle have to stand in front of the pot, you know, at night when he comes from work?
No, one thing I taught myself how to cook quickly was chicken feet. That's something I would have never cooked or never even had.
How do you eat chicken feet?
I just sucked on it. I just sucked on the food.
That's good collagen, eh?
Yeah. Oh, very good. The original collagen, darling. Listen, I want to do a ... Because tonight, 6:30 on Mzansi Wethu, channel
163.
There you go. You can see everything and more that we've been talking about today. And I personally, I mean, my interest is so piqued. I don't really enjoy typically reality TV shows, but this sounds like something different and amazing. And you all, it's been such a pleasure to meet you. So good luck, and we look forward to seeing your lives unfold in real time in front of the nation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us. Clock it. Anika Dambuza, Linda Mbunyuza, and Kenilwe Mpolokeng Mbobosi. Ladies, thank you very much for being with us today. As we said, the premiere tonight on telly. You don't want to miss it.